Hello everybody, my name is Ilya.
And my name is Tyler. Together we make up Cabaret, a couple that loves to play board games.
And convince others to play board games. Now you're probably here because you think, my friends don't want to play board games.
Well, let me tell you that they do.
Maybe. But this is the video to get the conversation started and learn about some of the people that don't enjoy board games yet.
Yes, exactly. As many of you already know, we are omni gamers, so we basically enjoy anything you put at the table. But some people aren't like that, and there are different approaches that we have definitely learned about how we need to introduce certain games to people, or how we can cater certain game nights to friends that we know might enjoy certain types of games.
And let's learn from some of the mistakes that we've made, or maybe we've heard of, as in a shared experience. So let's take it away. But before we go, we also have a giveaway this video, so stay tuned for the end of the video to know how you can win a copy of Machi Koro 2. And thank you so much for Pandasaurus for sponsoring that giveaway for us. So number one, have you ever met that person that only wants to play the one game they know? And it's usually Catan. Let's see. Your adventurous settlers seek to tame the remote yet adventurous island of Catan. My favorite game that we need to play today.
Ugh, Catan? I don't like this game at all. It's just so boring. Everybody plays this game. I want to play something different. Come on.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You probably don't want to do that. Instead, try this. I would love to play Catan today. As you know, it is my favorite game. There's so much to love about it. I know everybody is going to have a great time.
Oh, cool, Catan. Yeah, this is a really fun game. But, you know what? I really like how in this game you roll and then react. There's other games that do a lot of other things like that, and I think there's a couple of them that you might enjoy. Maybe afterward I'm playing this, or another time I can introduce you to another game that might be similar to Catan. Well, that's definitely one way to get somebody interested in another game. You gotta ask the right questions, figure out why they enjoy that game they're stuck to so much so that you can figure out another game that might align to.
It's important to stay on the positive things. There's no one ever wants to be criticized for what they enjoy. They enjoy it for a particular reason. So it's finding those things that they enjoy and letting them enjoy them even more.
Yes, gaming is and should be for everyone. It's just they've got to find the right game. The next one we want to talk about is that stereotype that games are just for children.
Hey, would you be interested in playing some board games with me?
Ew, games are for children. I want to do adult stuff.
Well, goo goo gaga, I guess I'm a baby and I like board games.
There's no need to be aggressive. Let's take a look at how we should handle this.
Would you be interested in maybe playing some board games with me?
Aren't games a little childish?
No, I think games are for everyone. That's what makes it so fun. They bring people together. I also know you really like cars. So maybe we can play a game called Kanban EV. It's about our car factory and you're trying to make cars and it's really cool and it's actually very interesting. I think you really enjoy it. Now, a lot of folks have a certain conception of board games. Maybe when they were younger, all they've seen is this one narrow lens of what board games are. Now, a tool you can give is just to help slowly expand that out. Some people may be stubborn, but if you focus on the positives, focus on the joy that it brings to your life, eventually there might be a little spark of curiosity there.
And again, it kind of comes down to the fact that maybe they're unaware of all the games, all the wonderful games that are out there that they might enjoy.
Now, you've spent the whole day learning the game you want to play. You have the snacks ready, you have everyone's colors, everything set up. People show up and they just don't have the patience to learn a new game. Let's see. Welcome to Machi Koro 2. Now, in this game, you'll be building a town filled with various buildings that produce actions that let you grow and you roll the dice and it's just so much fun.
This is a little intense for me. Can we maybe not play games and go watch a movie or something?
That is just disrespectful. I spend all this time preparing, making sure people have a good time, and nobody ever listens to me. All they want to do is watch a movie, watch a movie, watch a movie. Now, there's no need to pout, because sometimes people just don't have the capacity to enter the space that you have created, and that's okay. Now let's look at a different approach. So now I sent everybody a list of games, some of the rule books, giving you lots of resources, videos in case you wanted to prep a little bit before, because I know everybody learns a little bit differently. Now, did everybody get a chance to look at the list?
Oh, yeah, I did get a chance to look at a few of the games that you sent me, and there are a couple that I'd be interested in learning, but I wasn't able to read anything about them or understand any of the rules because I find that I learn a lot better when there are stuff going on the table. So maybe we could start slow and you could set the game up and show me what you're doing, and then we can go from there and play the game.
Oh, yeah, we can absolutely do that. Well, let's start off with Machi Koro 2. I'll set everything up and explain as we go because I know visuals are helpful. Here's the rule book, coins. But you can help me actually set up. It'd be really helpful.
Well, it's important in this type of situation to consider everybody's learning style. If somebody doesn't have the patience for learning the rules, maybe it's because they would have liked to have been able to go over them a few days ago. Or maybe they're a visual learner and you could have sent them a YouTube video about how to play. There are different ways that you can go about it. Yeah, there's a couple other ones.
And if board games are new to them, it might be very anxiety driven to get to a new place with new people and learn a new game. They might not even know what they're asking. So it's important to give as much information as you can. If you have some games in mind, say like, hey, I have a plan, I want to do this. Maybe play these two games which look a little bit like this. And like Tyler said, you can provide some resources and see if people are open to that collaborative plan. Open communication is key for success.
And the great thing about that is as you slowly start to introduce your friends to more games and more mechanics, then you can relate games back to one another so that it's easier for them to pick up on.
Exactly.
Well, if you're somebody like me who gets easily distracted, sometimes that can cause some issues when trying to learn and play new games.
Ooh, let's find out.
I'm done.
We're just about to start the next round. Why would he leave?
Well, that's just a little disappointing. Let's see how we can switch that around and make it a better situation.
Okay, before we start the next round, I noticed the energy's a little bit down. So do you all want to take a break? It might be worthwhile. I want to check in, make sure everyone's feeling good, having fun.
A break would be fantastic right now. Maybe we can take like 5 minutes and then we go back and finish the game because I think it's getting a little spicy.
Now, when you get to a table, you make a verbal contract essentially of what you want the experience to look like. Maybe for you, it's finishing that game, winning potentially, and just having a lot of fun. Some others at the table might not be having a lot of fun. They're maybe an hour and a half in and this is just not an enjoyable experience for them. So it's important to revisit some of those social contracts you've established and to see if people are having fun. If halfway through a game you realize that half the people at the table aren't having fun and it's just not going anywhere, maybe it's worthwhile to have that conversation and say, hey, we're all not really having a lot of fun in this game. Is there another one we can play, or maybe come back to this a different time because maybe we're not at the capacity? It's always important to keep in mind everybody at the table and how you can support them.
Exactly. The other thing you can do too is what I really enjoy doing is legitimately just taking a 5-minute break. You can get up, you can walk around. I get really antsy. My mental space just doesn't always fit sometimes. So I've got to get up, walk around, make some tea, do something, fiddle my fingers, or something along those lines so that I can come back to the table, sit down, and be prepared to enjoy that game. But as an individual looking on the outside, you have to be willing to accommodate that. And again, open communication is really important there.
Now, what about a person that you played games with, you had a lot of fun, but they never want to play board games again and they keep ghosting you?
Wow, that was so much fun. Thanks so much for coming. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Yeah, fun.
Hey friend, just wondering if you wanted to come play some games sometime. I had so much fun playing all the games that we played last time. I think we should do it again. Didn't you have a lot of fun? I know I had a lot of fun. Board games are amazing. I hope you love them just as much as I do. Hello? Hello? how about Sunday? Are you free? Let's play games on Sunday. Here's my schedule for the week. Monday I'm free, Tuesday I'm free, Wednesday I'm free, Thursday I'm free, Sunday I'm free. If you want to play games, just let me know.
Curious.
Curiouser and curiouser. Well, I had a lot of fun tonight, but did you have a lot of fun tonight? Because maybe if that's something that you enjoy, we can do it again. But if it isn't, that's okay. We can go do something else.
I'm glad you asked. I don't know if I was really feeling it. I didn't have a ton of fun. Maybe it was just the game, but maybe board games just aren't for me.
Well, that's okay. Maybe next time we could go bowling or something like that, because I do know that you really like bowling. Or if you really want to give another shot at board games, we can play another one that maybe suits you a little bit better.
So in this case, many things can happen. Sometimes, unfortunately, it's not the board games. Maybe they just don't want to be your friend. And you know what, that's okay. But open communication is a really important element here. If something did negative happen, or if they didn't have the best experience, it's important to know. And it's important to show that that is one perspective of the space, and you as well. You as a person is not defined by that one experience. So they should give you another chance and give board games another chance.
This does come back to one of the points, though. It's not everybody is going to love board games, and you don't have to shove it down their throat. You don't have to make them enjoy something they're not going to.
Exactly.
If for any reason you hit and miss a few times and you strike out and you still enjoy hanging out with the person, find some other stuff to do. I'm sure there is something else that both of you can align on that you'll enjoy.
Exactly. And that is the 5 different people that you can encounter, and maybe how to help build some of your skills around board games and how to convince more people to play board games. That was a mouthful.
Yay, board games. Now, let's talk about a giveaway!
So for this week, we thought we'd do a giveaway of Machi Koro 2.
Not this week, just today.
You're right. And the reason we chose this game is because it is a great game to introduce to friends of all ranges of complexity, because it's a fairly easy game to grasp, but it has so much fun and replayability that it's a game that we want to come back to, especially Machi Koro 2, because there's been a ton of improvements and it's so much more fun than the original.
Yes, and it's really great to see when they take a game that was a lot of fun to begin with and they listen to the audience and they change what seems to be broken, but make it better. And I'm really excited to share this game with you, as I'm sure Ilya is, because, like he said, it seems to be a little bit more balanced, a lot more fun, and chaotic.
Now, let's learn a little bit more about Machi Koro 2. Machi Koro 2 is designed by Masao Suganuma, and apologies if my pronunciation is a little bit off, and published by Pandasaurus Games, who helped sponsor this giveaway, so thank you so much for this lovely giveaway.
Exactly. Now, in this game, you're basically doing the exact same thing as the original. You own this little space on this island, and you're trying to build it up through buying these cards, and ultimately through finally finishing 3 of your landmarks. If you're the fastest to do it, you're the one that wins the game. So you'll play this game by rolling dice, activating the cards that you've purchased, and other cards that individuals have purchased. Whether that be good for you or bad for you, that's a whole other question.
What's great about this game is there's a lot of simultaneous play, as every player's role affects usually everybody's, as long as there's some right buildings that you've got. And that's what makes it super fun. Also, there's a ton of really great catch-up mechanics in this game that makes it such a blast to play. When we played at 4-player count, I feel all of us were a turn away, and it was just the luck of the dice, which was so exciting.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different strategies you can go for, so it's basically pick and choose, up to you, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it just as much as we do. So, how do we enter this giveaway?
Well, it's very simple. You have to be subscribed to our channel and comment down below, answering the question of, have you had encounters of any of these people? What has your experience been trying to introduce some games, and what are some of the things you've learned? I know we've learned many things. We've introduced some heavier games to individuals we probably shouldn't have in the beginning, and many like that, which we're hoping to really share with you and help grow and learn as a community. So help us out as well by commenting your experience down below, or
something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really comment anything. We love hearing your feedback, your stories, and getting to know you a little bit more. And that will give you 3 entries. Now, for all the specifics, locations, descriptions, check out their description down below. It'll give you all the terms and conditions of the giveaway and an opportunity to win some bonus entries.
Yeah, exactly. And be sure to check out the other giveaways that we're running this week. I'm sure that some of them will pique your interest. The other thing too is I do want to say before we leave that the scenes that we did show do not directly reflect personal experiences that we have had.
We're not very mean or confrontational people.
Not at all. But there are situations where we feel that we could have done better, and I think that's where this video was motivated from.
And some of the stories that we've heard from others as well. So we really want to share and hopefully grow as a community.
Exactly.
But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for celebrating our 1-year content anniversary here on YouTube. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye!